What's going on, YouTube? Back again with another video here on the channel, and it's been a little bit, a couple of weeks, not quite a couple of weeks since my last upload, but we're closing in on it. But hey, we're in the holiday season here and family stuff, and you know, life gets in the way sometimes. But hey, I have some stuff to talk about today. First thing, introduce the display you're seeing. That's my 77-inch LG G4 in all its glory. And today I'm talking G4 because I saw a message pop up on this thing when I turned it on telling me there's a new software update coming out from LG. So let's go ahead and check things out. Let's press and hold that settings button, and let's make sure that I wasn't just seeing things. Let's go over to support, software update, and there's the message. Current firmware version I'm on, which has been the most recent for a while now, is 33.22.52. We do have a new one. It's 33.22.75. I mean, there's a little bit of change to the version number, so that tells me a couple of things could be in there. Not anticipating any big feature updates. Typically, you'll see this number go from like 23.22 to 33. You pay more attention to this first number here. That kind of lets you know if it's a big update or not. But you know me, I'm going to go ahead and install it as quickly as it hit the display, because that's what I do on this channel. That way you can make at least an educated decision on whether you should install it yourself. So let's go ahead and click download and install, and you know, see what happens. All right, and as I'm about to cross the finish line with installation of the update, I did want to make note of something that I'm really hopeful that the new software update fixes. And on version 33.22.52, I noticed that I had a lot of problems with losing the wand functionality on my remote randomly, like watching content, playing games, whatever I'm doing, and then all of a sudden I go to use the functionality where the mouse pointer's on the screen, and it just wouldn't be there. I wouldn't have access to it, and I would have to use the D-pad, whatever you want to call it, on the remote to move around. And the only way for it to come back typically is if I turn the TV off, gave it a few minutes to kind of fully shut down, and then turn the TV back on. That's when I would notice the wand functionality come back. Outside of that, it really wasn't coming back once it went out. So I know that could be more things than the software update, but I'm going to point to that because I wasn't having this issue on the version number before this. So really hopeful that the new one takes care of that. That's part of the, what comes with the update, which, I'll get into here in a moment. But let me go ahead and get the TV restarted, and we'll pick things up from there. Okay, made it through the installation. The TV has restarted. I turned it off for a few minutes, let it fully kind of shut down, and then crank back up. Let's go ahead and press and hold the settings button and make sure the new firmware version number is showing. Right away, the wand functionality feels pretty good, nice and smooth. Actually, maybe even a little better than before this update. Could be placebo. Let's click support, software update, and there it is. 33.22.75 is on board. And if you're new to the channel, customary in these videos, what I do is I start heading through menus to see if I notice anything new. So let's go ahead and do that. I like to go to picture, and then picture mode, because you never know, they might want to throw a new picture mode in here for us to have fun with. Let's go through the list here as I scroll down. This also gives me an opportunity to test out this wand functionality. No new picture modes. Not too surprised. This personalized picture mode that they threw in there on the 2023 models, kind of ruined adding more of these. But hey, that's all right. Let's back out. And then let's actually go to advanced settings. I want to go through some of these menus because the main thing I'm looking for is some of the settings that were grayed out before the update. Did they actually unlock them? So let's head into brightness. And as I scroll through here, is it me, or is it yes, everything is unlocked now, but is it me? I'm pretty sure some of these were locked. And why is this important? Because this background image here, which is a beautiful screensaver on my Apple TV 4K, is an SDR image. And why is that important? Because some of these were locked once upon a time. Interesting. Like, I'm almost certain that this one was contrast, peak brightness was, Gamma might have been locked as well. Pretty much anything that really messes with the brightness and contrast, they had that locked down. I'm pretty sure adjust contrast was. The only thing you could really do, I think, was mess with pixel brightness. One of these times I'm actually going to take some pictures of these settings before I do an update. That way I can really compare back to back, because I'm going off of memory here, but I'm pretty sure they unlocked some things here. That's cool. I mean, that's not a new feature, but it kind of is because it wasn't available. Let's go to color. And gosh, I don't remember if color depth was locked before. Leave me some comments. SDR images. So, you know, that's anything, even if it's a 4K image, as long as it's not HDR, Dolby Vision, etc., that would qualify. I'm wondering if color depth was too. Fine tune. You know, I have color adjustment off, so that's why these are grayed out. Let's go to, let me check out color gamut. Nothing new going on here, so that's not too surprising. Color temperature, okay, everything looks normal there. Let's back out of here. Let's go to clarity. There's definitely usually some locked ones here. And what do you know? Everything's unlocked now, except for Real Cinema. And that doesn't surprise me at all. So I'm not gonna go through the general settings menu, because then the video will turn into a movie. But let's kind of wrap things up with talking about my installation experience and whether I recommend you install this update. All right, install experience. Pretty simple, no real hiccups. I will tell you this install took a lot longer than it typically does on this display. Now I know that can be because maybe my network speed, you know, isn't what it normally is, but I could tell you I'm fairly confident that's not the case. This install just took a lot longer. It took over 15 minutes from the time I clicked download and install until it told me there at the end that the install was complete. Usually this is under 10 minutes and a lot of times under 5 minutes, especially for a non-major update. So if you are somebody who, you know, doesn't really want to wait through the update, or that matters to you, you might want to hold off on it. Now, as far as whether I recommend installing the update, I'm going to put it to you this way. Whatever firmware version number you're on, I don't care if it's the one that basically you updated to out of the box a year ago, or you were on the one I was on. If you are 100% satisfied with the performance, no hiccups, no HDMI problems, no force and resolutions, no audio dropouts, no, you know, Bluetooth connectivity issues, no remote problems. I'm going through a lot there, aren't I? If you're not seeing any problems and you're generally happy with the TV, you know, you just turn it on and it shows you the picture how you want, stay away. There's not going to be anything new enough here and revolutionary that would make it worth the risk, because as I say in my videos, while these updates are primarily fixing bugs, and that's what I'll go ahead and say, is this update's going to be fixing minor bugs and doing some maintenance. But because they're fixing bugs with this update, they're also bringing new ones that we don't know about yet, which also means I need to take time and test this display, if I can talk, to let you know what errors and bugs I'm finding. And if you want to be up to date on that, hit the like button on this video so it gets circulated, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell so you're notified when the video goes live. But with all that being said, until the next one,